Hi, my name is bladeagotchi. Well, it's not, that's my YouTube name, and this is going to be the last time that I try to film a video because I've tried about like 2 times now, and like both times I got nearly done. One time, the computer that I was like reading my information off died, and then the second time, I missed out a lot and it was like kind of awkward to fit it in, so I just stopped it. So this, now, third time lucky. If I don't get this, if this isn't uploaded, that's the end of it. I'm never doing a YouTube video again because, oh my god, this is annoying. But anyway, today we are going to look at Tamagotchi Pluses, and they're the Japanese like V1s. They're the ones that had the Tamacom infrared. They're kind of my favorite version, even though I don't have one yet. But there is one coming in the mail, and that one is one that was made for an exclusive Japanese fast food chain called Lotteria. And I'm not sure how to pronounce it, to be honest. I didn't do much research, but that's gonna come to me in the mail, and I'll probably do an unboxing. But anyway, that got me like interested in the whole. There's loads of limited edition Japanese shell things, and I think Japan were bigger for the limited edition shells. To be honest, like I don't think English speaking countries got that many, apart from like kind of ugly ones. To be honest, like the golden one was nice, but then there's like the oh my gotchis sweepstakes, which were like Tamagos with like bits of gems put into them, which I don't know, looked kind of tacky in my opinion. But anyway, the general thing seems to be that Japan has more exclusive shells, which is nice. So I suppose we'll get started. So the first one is just a white limited edition is the only name that it was given. By the way, before I start, I just want to say I'm getting most of my information from Bladeagotchi and Pixelmood, so I'm going to link both of those in the description. Give the credit where it's due, because but the thing was that they were kind of hard to find. I had to like look up the different names of Tamagotchis and like reverse image search it to see could I find anything. I did, so I'll give credit, but this is just videos just to make it more accessible. And to be honest, personally, I prefer to get my information from videos because it's easier to listen when people are talking and like take the whole thing in. So I hope people find this nice anyway, because there's not that many. I don't think there actually is any videos about like every single one of them. But anyway, I'm rambling. White limited edition Tamagotchi, only 2004 these were produced, which is obviously appropriate because they came out in 2004. And it seems to be like a throwback to the 1997 Tamagotchi, because if you look there at the picture, you can see that it's like the P1 background, the checkers, because the P2 is the swirls. And that was really nice. And I think there might have been a shell like that with the white and the black released for a P1 maybe, but don't hold me to that. There was one per person, and it was sold on the internet that it was on the day that it was released. I thought that's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. It's very nice. Okay, the second one is VV, which I've seen in a few people's collections. It seems to be kind of popular, even though there's only 500 released, it says. I don't know, I've seen it. Maybe it's like a YouTuber, like Tamagotchi, that all the YouTubers have it, because I like obsessively watch collection videos and I see an awful lot. But it's a magazine company in Japan. A lot of these were like magazine pairings, and they came in a set of 2, which is almost like a predecessor to the True Friends V2s, where they'd like they'd release 2 in the one packet. Yeah, as I said, 500 produced. Swimmer. Now, Swimmer, this is probably one of my favorites. It's a Japanese shop and like accessory stuff. 250 available from a draw, but there were also might have been others available, making 1,000 in total. But honestly, I think there might have been 250 available, because I've never seen this in my life, never seen this in anyone's collection. So I think it sounds more what's the word? I think it seems more plausible that there would be only 250, but I'll put my hands up if I'm wrong, because I really can't speak Japanese, so I don't know. Like, a lot of the information is in Japanese, and people are trying to translate it. Like, that's good on them for translating it for the rest of us. But yeah. Anyway, the Lotteria one is the one that I'm getting. It was a fast food restaurant, as you know. It's available 10 in every shop, which made 6,000 in total. And this actual shop fast food chain was where the first type of Deca Tamagotchi was made, which is interesting. And I was looking it up, and I heard something about like they're planning a little piercy thing for the Tamagotchi mix. So I'm not sure, do Tamagotchi mixes have pierces, but they're like starting some sort of collaboration with Bandai for mixes about Loteria, so that'll be interesting. Next one is one that I really like as well. It's a special edition produced for 17 magazine, which is again another ladies magazine. 500 made. I really like this. I don't think they were like released in pairs, but the colouring is like it was True Friends, and I don't know, they look really well together, and I think if you have one you should probably have the other. But yeah, and I like the brand placement as well. It's not too like obnoxious like some of them are. Next one, couldn't really find anything about it. It's no. Now I don't know what that means. Could be French for no and then English for no, but don't hold me to that. I'm really not sure. There weren't a lot of information, but there's one obviously with blue stripes. It looks like the AT&T logo, to be honest, and the blue and the pink stripes. Yeah, this is a nice little pair, but yeah, no information seemingly. Next one is honestly probably personally my least favorite. It is the Vodafone Tamagotchi, and like you see the background there behind the Tamagotchi. It's very like brand placement. I know they're all brand placement. Oh, you know, they're all kind of advertisements, but I know this one seems like too blatant. Like the logo at the top, yeah, I think they could have done without the background because it just feels so tacky that you're like seeing it all the time. It really just feels very commercial. I don't like that thing. That sort of like, oh, gross, like being advertised to all the time, even when you're trying to enjoy your Tamagotchi. Anyway, there were 1,494 released, which is the prefix of the numbers, apparently. Like what you dial in, I guess, before you dial their number. Not sure, because I don't have a phone and I don't live in Japan. But yeah, I presume that's correct. Okay, next one. Loveberry magazine. Another ladies magazine. Nothing too different here. Bladeagotchi here says that they're not sure if 500 of each or 500 in total were made. I'd say it was 500 each, to be honest. Or maybe 500 in total. I don't know. Anyway, that would make 1,000. And it doesn't say 1,000, so... I don't know. But they are a real nice pairing again. And for the magazine too, so that's nice. See, all these like Japanese people get like stuff in their magazines and stuff, like they could just get it like anytime. We're like here like on auction websites in like Japan you want and stuff. It's like so weird, but I suppose it's not that easy to get anymore. Did you guys hear Tamadepa shut down? Tamadepa? I was like so sad about that, like when I read it. What's that site called? Tama Palace reported on it. Oh, I felt like crying because when I was little I always really wanted to visit Tamadepa, and I was always like, oh, I did have my Japan phase, I'm sure you all did. I was like, because of Tamagotchi, and I was like, oh yeah, when I'm older I'm going to go to Tamadepa, and now it's not there, and I don't know, that was really sad, to be honest. But anyway, before we get to In Our Feelings, there is a Jassy Tamagotchi, which, funny story, I saw in someone's collection yonks ago, and I hated it because I thought it was a JD Tamagotchi, and there was a big obsession back in the day of which are Tamagotchis fake, which are real. And JD was a huge thing, which was, for those of you who don't know, JD was, like this fake, obviously fake, like ridiculously obviously fake, Tamagotchi maker. But everyone was always up in arms about it. And I just saw this, and I guess I saw the bright red, I saw J, and little me thought, oh, that's a JD Tamagotchi. So I hated it with like such ferocity or veracity. It was, I don't know. But I see it now, and like I think back to the old days of like browsing Tamatalk and looking through the like Tamagotchi warnings fake section. It really, it brings back a lot of like funny memories. But yeah, I'm going on again. But this is another one for 17, which just makes sense because like it doesn't say 17 anywhere. So maybe it's another part of 17, like for younger kids or older women. I don't know. But oh, sorry, yeah, here it is for school festival. But then it still doesn't make sense. Like, why doesn't it say 17? I don't know. Shareholder editions. Now, there's two different pairs here, and Bladeagotchi has talked about the first one, or the one on the left, whichever picture I show, and it's a special pair to commemorate Bandai head office moving into new headquarters. That was for the left pair with the blue stripes and the Bandai thing. And then there's another pair made with, I presume, Japanese writing,
white one with blue and then a blue one with white. Looks really nice, both of them, but there doesn't seem to be as much info on the ones on the pair with the writing, but I do think they're really nice. Then we have one from Glay Expo, which I don't really have information on. Expo implies it's like an exposition, so like maybe some sort of a con or something, but I'm not too sure. I looked it up. I looked up Glay Expo Tamagotchi, but nothing really came up. There doesn't seem to be that much information about it, but I don't know, it's not really that one of the good ones in my opinion, because it is like kind of plain. Like, I thought if you're having a limited edition Tamagotchi, you'd want like, I don't know, some sort of I guess a logo or something. Like, you wouldn't really know that this was limited edition if you weren't like into this like incredibly niche section of Tamagotchi Connection fans. So I don't know, but it is really nice. Maybe it was just a special colour that Bandai gave away. I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be a deal with Glay Expo. I don't know. There isn't that much information, which is why I made this video. So that is it. Ignore my hoodie strings against my computer table there. But yeah, I hope this was informative. As I said, I think at the start of the video, I will be filming an unboxing. Sorry, not unboxing, like a depackaging and a look through my new limited edition Tamagotchi, which will be interesting because I've actually never had a V1. I just got a V2 about a month ago, and I'm after spending a lot on this little Lotteria or Lotteria Tamagotchi. So that'll be interesting to do, and I did feel kind of bad about it because it was a bit of money, but it was just my birthday, so I guess I can just justify it that way. But anyway, that will come in not too distance. I'll try to do a video. I hope I will, because I've just said I will, but you know. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you came here from my Instagram, let me know, because I don't know, Tamagotchi really isn't in its prime, so I'm trying to just get people to view it from probably my Instagram. But yeah, it would help me if you guys told me maybe where you found this. Maybe, I don't know, leave a like. But yeah, thank you so much for watching me like talk about my weird Tamagotchi shell obsession for like 13 minutes. So see you guys next time, hopefully, when I get my new Tamagotchi. Bye.